I'm Suzanne Leaper and I graduated from the BA Learning Difficulties and Disabilities in 2010.
My name's Jennifer Dixon and I graduated with BA Learning Difficulties and Disabilities at Fife College in 2013.
My name is Heather Ferrier and I studied the BA Learning Disabilities and Difficulties at Fife College.
I really enjoyed the BA because having done the HNC and the HND and having been able to complete placements, the BA was really good because it was like a culmination of the experiences thus far, so including placement experiences. We were learning a lot more about the theory and behind everything, and it was really good because we were able to relate back on experiences and reflect back on them.
The lecturers and the units they taught were really personalised to us and what we found interesting and not only what we needed for our coursework, but whatever was relevant to our practice.
I think my BA experience was enjoyable, mainly because the programmes that we studied were really, really interesting and they were really relevant to what we'd been previously studying in our HND and HNC. They kind of made everything come together, all the wee questions that you had in the HNC, like, how does this, why is that happening? And the HND, how is this learning disability like that and where's it stemmed from? I think the BA just filled in all the gaps and it just completed the whole cycle of studying. And I think that was the main part of really helping it to be enjoyable. I also think that the way the way the programme was set out, it gave you a couple of days off so that you can actually go and work. So I actually took a job and used my experiences from the BA and my knowledge to work in this environment with additional support needs and with mainstream, and I was able to see the difference. And it was really the fact that the BA was so enjoyable and was so well set out that was how I managed to do that.
Also, having completed that pathway, the HNC and the HND, you'd made friends and you were going through that learning journey together. And it was a really good opportunity just to get to know everybody a bit better. There were people from Glasgow over as well. So the experience of the BA was really enjoyable.
Because we had smaller classes, the staff were always free to talk to you, always there when you needed them. Our feedback was also really detailed. That's something that I've noticed, the difference from the BA and the postgrad that I'm on now, that they never let you just pass. They always pushed you that extra mile so you could achieve the most that you possibly could. And all the feedback was all really positive, but they also showed you how you could make your next essay better and better and better.
The support we had from the lecturers and all the staff were just amazing. You can really tell now that we're on the postgrad and the primary teaching that there is such a difference. They made you just feel so confident, even if you think, oh, I can't do that. They were like, yes, you can, and you're going to because you have to. And your confidence would just go up and up and up the more you went through the BA. And it was all because of the staff. They would not let you do like half the job. They would always make sure you put 100% into every essay, and they'd be there to pick you up when you fell. They really would. And that was all the way from the HNC, HND and the BA. They were just right through there pushing you, and they went on the journey with you, and it's because of them that you felt confident to go off to the postgrad and you were able to be with all the people who you thought they've got a master's, they've got a 4-year degree, I'm not as smart as them. They were, no, you are, and it was all because of the staff, so they were just brilliant.
The lecturers were great. You really felt supported. I knew that if there was no question that was silly in our environment, you weren't scared to put your hand up or to argue a point even. If you heard something that maybe you didn't agree with or you weren't sure of, you were never scared to raise your voice and say. Also, the door was always open, and that's what I really enjoyed about the BA. I never felt worried about knocking on that office door to approach somebody maybe with an essay or a question about placement. I also felt like they drew on their learning experiences themselves. So you knew that you had experienced people with meaningful experiences to look up to. but they were really supportive, and that's one thing that I've always, taken from, I still speak to lecturers, and I graduated 4 years ago. That's how supportive they were. And, going on to the postgrad, I wasn't scared in approaching Eddie for a reference. He's, the staff at the college have almost continued on the learning journey with me, and that's 4 years on.
The BA has really prepared me for the postgrad course that I'm on now. Like I said previously, our skills for writing and being critical, our referencing was all really pushed to the max. We were given a lot of support in the areas that we really struggled with, and that's prepared me for this course. It's gave me all the skills that I need, and I can apply it to different areas that I'm studying now.
I've felt really prepared for postgraduate study. I feel at the time we might have felt, oh my goodness, this is hard work. Why are they, going on and on about references? Why are they? But at the time, it was difficult to get your head around such difficult concepts, such as research and referencing. And is this the Harvard system? Is this the right way? But going on to postgrad, I honestly feel that I couldn't have better preparation, especially with referencing. Everything has to be top notch at postgrad level, and I feel, and I'm sure that others will agree with me, especially for things like that, academic wise, there are people in the postgrad that have maybe been away from study for a long time, or that have got a different background, that maybe they've used a different referencing system, or they haven't referenced because a lot of it was maybe vocational experience. For us coming from the BA, I feel that we've been well prepared for the academic side of things, but also the placement experiences on the pathway through the HNC and the HND. We've had those experiences in school. We've had the opportunity through the BA to reflect on those experiences in school and write about them in a meaningful, theoretical way. So in that way, I feel that the postgrad has been heavily influenced through the BA.
I think it prepared me as much as I could possibly be prepared for the postgrad. I think that I'm not very confident with my literacy skills, but from my HNC, HND, and then in my BA, it was the lecturers and the way that they made sure you got all the essays perfect, managed to do the layout, criticisms, everything. They prepared you for what you were going to be experiencing. And even if it was the honours or the postgrad, they prepared you for that path and the way that you were going to be writing. You would sit there and go, they've just explained that like 9 times, why are they still going on about it? You know why they were going on about it, because they knew that they had to make sure you did it perfect. And now I'm in the postgraduate study in primary teaching, and I'm sitting there next to people who have masters or 4-year degrees, but I'm the one that's writing at master's level now because of the BA, because my literacy skills were pushed that extra mile by the lecturers, by the staff, to make sure that I was at that standard. And now I can confidently hand my essays in, and hopefully they'll pass at masters. One has, next one is a big hope, but it was all because of the way the BA taught you. And I have got a lot of friends in 4 years courses, and they have not had the support towards our essays as much as I have had, and that's why I'm doing the postgraduate course, because of the BA.
I'm doing the postgraduate primary teaching course now, and I've been able to take everything I've learned from a HNC, HND and BA to do with learning difficulties into my practice as well, with the children that I work with who may have additional support needs and need extra support, and I've been able to take what I've learned from the courses onto the course that I'm on now, and hopefully within the next few weeks I will be fully qualified and be able to take what I've learned further into my career.
One of my placements, my HND, was at a local high school's Department of Additional Support. Having completed that successfully, after having graduated, a member of staff from the school approached me and a job had came up, and I ended up as a pupil support assistant in that Department of Additional Support for 3 years. And throughout that, again, putting all the theory that I had learned in the BA, I was now, in that vocation, but also preparing for postgrad study as well. I was in the classroom, you know, and I was able, so if it wasn't for that placement in the HND year, I wouldn't have got that 3 years pupil support assistant experience, and it wouldn't have made me the teacher that I'm going to be. So having had my BA, the opportunity to be employed as a pupil support assistant from that course, the culmination has been that I'm now studying and hopefully just a couple of weeks away from qualifying as a primary school teacher, which is quite exciting.
Right now I am studying at the postgrad primary teaching. I hope to go also on to my masters because I've achieved 30 credits and hope to achieve another 30. So I will hope to continue on to my masters in education. I also hope that because of the confidence that the BA has given me and because it had a little management element in it, that hopefully one day I'll be able to be a deputy or maybe head teacher, maybe not so much, but I think deputy would be good.
Okay.